Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are jumping right into the development of our junior college players. If you haven't checked out the first video, go back and check that out. We go kind of through all the stats. What's the likelihood of getting a gem, a bust, the likelihood of getting elite development, star development, impact development. So go and check that out. This one's going to build off that. We're going to follow these guys and see how they develop. Because a lot of these guys you're going to bring in, possibly redshirt them, and hopefully they turn into, a mid-80s player is my thought. And I want to thank everyone for the interest in that first video. It took off more than I thought it would. So I'm happy to see there's other gamers out there who are interested in the recruiting of junior college athletes. I myself went the junior college route, so this is close to my heart, and I'm glad it interested others. One of the big things that came up was the overall that these guys come in at. I think I mentioned in the first one that NCAA 14 had guys coming in, at 80 overall, 78, 73, guys that could come in and be immediate starters. I mentioned I was disappointed, but I thought it seemed more realistic based on what I've seen in the college landscape of junior college guys. And so I dug into a little bit because a lot of people were saying, guys do go the junior college route and they end up getting to Division I. And I agree with that. I think there are many stories of guys who go the junior college route, whether it be for grades or for other reasons, and they make their way back to Division I. But as I was digging into it, I saw that the number of junior college guys going to Division I football programs is declining by over 50% because of the transfer portal. And so these junior college guys are kind of the last thought for a lot of coaches, and they kind of get put on the back burner. And so in 2024, I think the signing class, there were 59 junior college guys that went Division I. So not a lot. I think in 2018, or whatever year it was before the portal was a thing, I think there was 120 something. And so that's a drastic change. But there are still junior college guys coming out, becoming immediate starters. I saw there was a linebacker from Penn State who was like co-defensive player of the year in the Big Ten. So having guys come in at 68, 65, we didn't see anybody over 68, I don't think, 69. And so I had some comments that, if we could get 4 to 5 guys who could come in, maybe 80 overall, mid-80s, and be an instant starter, be a guy who can come in and be a difference maker, I think that would be more realistic. So I want to thank everyone who commented, but that interest in the first video kind of lit a fire in me to get this one out sooner than I had planned to. I was going to wait a couple more weeks before I get to this one to get my other Dynasty episodes out, but I want to jump into this one as soon as I can because of the high interest out there. So, Brandon Long, this is 1 year. Let me just go back. So the first video started in, I believe, 2025. So this is 1 year after, so we can kind of see their development. You can see, I think all of these guys were redshirted. Nobody played. So Long, jumped up to 70. I think he was at 69, so he didn't go up much. Velasco, he went up 3. Ivory went up 2. And that's just with the redshirt season. Let's see, German went up 5. That's impressive. Grubb was 68. He went up 4. MacArthur was 65. He went up 6. Hilleman, I believe, was 65 as well. So he went up 5. So good improvement there. Maryland and Verrett were both guys we brought in. You'll notice on the first video, I wasn't sure who we brought in. Right, I hadn't looked into it. I didn't write that down as I was recording. But as I was editing, I went back. I was able to figure out who we all brought in. So you notice the gold signed on the side show up to let you know who we actually signed. But Maryland and Verrett. Maryland came in at a 68. He went up 2. Verrett, he might have been an impact guy. He came in at 66. He's at 71 now. No, he's normal. Interesting. Okay, but you can see I'm going to redshirt Verrett this year and then get Maryland to play. Or should I do that the other way around so they both get a redshirt year? Maybe we can actually compare, what happens if you get a redshirt versus not getting a redshirt. So we'll keep that as is. Wide receiver, we had Juan Sharp, I believe, was a 60 overall when he came in. He is now 77. Is this right? feel like that's incorrect. But we had a Sharp on our board. That seems like a massive jump. All right, well, I'll let you determine if that's a Sharp we brought in at 60 overall or not. Pino, he came in at 67. He went up 6. Gomez came in at 63. He's at 72. Irving is the elite guy. He came at 67. He's now 72. Hankins came in at 64. He's now 69. Vallis came in at 65. He is still 65. Interesting, because he is a star dev, I think. Yeah. Okay. So some good development there. Again, this is after 1 year. Pena at tight end. He came in at 68. He is now 77. Wow. Willett came in at 65. He's now 70. Is Pena? He's a normal dev. Wow. Okay, left tackle. I don't think we had anybody here. Left guard. We didn't have anybody. Both of our centers here are York came in at 67. He's now 77. Burgess came in at 66. He stayed the same. So we're getting some guys that are making massive jumps. Sledge was the right guard we brought in that I didn't think we brought in. He came in at 69. He's now 81. Wow. Okay, so I'm guessing that wide receiver, that Sharp, I bet that is the guy we brought in. Right tackle, we have Troop. He came in at 65. He is now 72. Draper came in at 67. He is now 70. Left end, neither are ours, but right end, we've got Duggins. Let's see, Duggins came in at 69. He's now 75. ETN came in at 69. He's now 76. He's the elite dev, I believe. Yep. So with one redshirt, a lot of these guys are turning into somebody who can step in right away. You know, if ETN wasn't at Georgia, he was at your one-star school, he would be your starter. And Gay came in at 64. He's at 72. So that's a 8-point jump. So a lot of these guys are really developing after their junior year. I think we have 2 guys that maybe didn't. Okay, D tackle, we've got Beltran. He was 68. He's now 70. And then Kapali was 64. He's now 71. And Basket. Oh, I may have cut him. Whoops. We will never know about Basket. He was a 62. Shoot. Cantwell, left outside linebacker. He came in at 65. He's now 71. I just want to check some of these caps that maybe should have been doing this before, but still room for improvement here. Coming in at 74. Or it's not 74, it's 71. 74 with boost. Middle linebacker, we don't have anybody. On the right, we have Atagwe. He came in at 66. He's now 74, another 8-point jump. Cornerback, we had Wick. He came in as a burner at 67. He's now 76. It's a 9-point jump. Free safety, we had Went. He was a 67 overall. He's now 83. Lanier is 67. He's now 75. And Hatchet was a 68. He's now 73. So some big jumps here. And keep in mind, the Georgia coaching staff is one of the best, I think, in the game. So that is going to affect how well these guys develop. I don't know. Let's actually check out what they've got. So they don't have anything, developing XP wise. Our head coach, program builder, what do we have? Anything? Wow. Okay, so these guys made jumps. That I'm just going to unlock this just to see where he's at. I mean, he's only at 2. I mean, only the defensive backs will get a training boost. We saw quite a few guys make some big jumps. Okay, so the coaching staff, I would say, had minimal effect on their offseason development. For the sake of time, I'm not going to check in on the Clemson recruits. We're just going to focus on Georgia here. The 2-team approach was just a way to get initial numbers for the probabilities and stuff. But we're going to follow these Georgia guys. I've got them all. I just want to show you here. I've got them all starting or in positions to get playing time. All right, so Long is going to be our starter. German will go at running back. Maryland is going to go. We're going to see what the difference is, getting a redshirt year or not. Again, Maryland came in at a 66. He's at 70. I think he played last year. I think it was our starter last year. Sharp will get to go here. We're going to say this is our guy. I can't pull up the video on my phone right now. I'm recording onto my phone, so I can't double check, but I'm pretty sure that's him. And maybe in the editing, I will clarify this. But Irving will be number 2. He's the elite dev. Pino, Valles is a star dev. Gomez and Hankins. So all those guys are ours. Tight ends will be Pena and Will. Again, Pena is a guy, he took a huge jump too, right? He came in at 68. He jumped up 9. Tackle is going to be Troop, he's ours. Left guard is not ours. Center, York is going to be ours. He took a huge jump too. Sledge, he's ours. He had a huge jump as well. And then Draper is ours. ETN will be ours. Gay is ours. Beltran and Pauly is ours. Cantwell is ours. Bowles is not. Tagwe is. Wick will be in the slot. I didn't feel right putting him as a starter. Free safety, Went, Lanier, and Hatchet are all ours. And then strong safety, I started Lanier and then Hatchet behind him. Okay, so that's how the season is going to roll. I'm going to force win. Auto recruiting is on, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll get to the next week and we'll force win everything. And I just want to force win so that the guys play maybe as they would on a one-star school dynasty. All right, so if you have, sorry for getting all these insta commits, freaking Georgia. Look at this. This is nuts. 6 insta commits. So I want to force wins. I think it's just going to help the guys play as they would if they were playing for a one-star school. All right, so all the force wins are done. I'm going to simulate to the first college football poll and just see if any of these guys progress. There's Rick Irving, week 9. Player of the week for SEC. Look at that, 9 receptions, 232 yards, 2 TDs. That's a JUCO guy right there. All right. I want to jump into rosters to see if anybody has went up. So QB, Long went to 74. Sherman is injured, which means Grubb is getting the carries. He's injured, which means MacArthur and Hilliman are in. Whoops. Yeah, so I don't think anybody has progressed. I'm noticing a lot of the guys are injured, like quite a few. But progression-wise, I don't think anything has really happened. I think it's all the same, okay? So, and I don't think I finished my thought from earlier, forcing the wins. Again, I just want these guys to get the same stats as they would if you're using them on with a one-star school, right? You're probably going to be using them more. They're going to be starting. I think if I simulated regular through the SEC, these guys are just going to get whomped, and they won't get the stats that would help them progress. Okay, so we're going to go to end of season recap, transfer portal, signing day. I don't want to simulate to the next season because I don't want these guys to be cut. So we'll go to signing day here. All right, so now we're on training results 2026. Let's check in here with our guys. I did not write down what they were after year 1. But here, Velasco, 80 overall as a senior. I think he overtook Long. Long, I don't think he improved from last year. Ivory did not as either. And Long, maybe he was injured and Velasco played, but I don't think Long developed as much as Velasco. German jumped up. I think he was 75, 74. MacArthur, Grubb, and Hilliman maybe all stayed the same. Vera might have been at 71, so he went up 2 maybe. I mean, maybe I will, I'll add in what they were at year 1, just so you guys have a better idea. But here, Sharp looks like he went up 2. Irving looks like he went up 3. Gomez, Valles looks like he went up 6, because he didn't go up any last time, I don't think. Hankins, I don't really remember. Tight end, Pena, looks like he maybe stayed the same. Willett went up 5. No left tackle, no left guard. Center, York maybe went up, 4? Burgess went up 4. No right guard. Oh, did our Sledge, we didn't see what he ended up at. I mean, we checked in halfway through the season, so we kind of saw. But Sledge is no longer here. Troop is 81, or 80. Draper, 76. Right end, there's Duggan's 81. ETN, 80. And Gay's at 75. D tackle, looking at Beltran, 71. And at Pauly, 77. Cantwell, 79. Number linebacker. Tagwe is 83. Wick is 80. What was he, 77 last year? So went up 3. Went is 85. I think he maybe stayed the same. Hatchett 79. Lanier 79. And no strong safety. Okay. So that's a quick look after year 2. All right, transfers are done. Let's advance. We'll set our depth chart here, make sure our guys play. All right, depth chart is set. We will go to the end of season recap. That way we can kind of see where our seniors end up. All right, week 5, we are 2-1. I forgot to force wins. Let me do that quick. All right, players leaving. None of these guys played. Gregory's leaving. He's going to the pros after sitting on the bench for 2 years. Rettle, did we get anybody drafted? Nope. Okay, who are our redshirt seniors? ETN was 82 overall. Went was 86. Long to 75. Duggins got to 82. Pino got to 81. Valles got to 75. Valesco got to 82. Sharp to 79. Willett to 75. Cantwell to 79. Ivory to 71. Beltran 71. Hilliman 71. MacArthur 74. Gay was 77. Draper 80. Not ours, not ours, not ours, not ours, not ours. Okay. So again, take it with a grain of salt. These guys did not play. Hilliman and MacArthur did not play. If they played on your team, I wish I could. Can I? Yeah, let's see their caps. Let's see what they got left development-wise. So if they were on your 1-star school, could they still have developed? Yeah, like Brandon Long, if he's playing every game, you're controlling him. Well, he's still got a little bit of room here, but 76. I mean, he probably gets more XP if you're controlling him. Maybe he does jump into the 80s. Valesco, kind of maxed out. Yeah, 83 overall. Quickness maybe could have gone up, but mid 80s it looks like. Well, low 80s. 83 is probably low 80s. Ivory did not get much playing time. Still room for improvement. Again, you use him, he's going to fill these out. Probably, again, low 80s. German started for quite a while. 82 overall, a little bit of room for improvement still. Again, maybe changes if you control him, you don't sim every game. Again, he didn't have many carries. In 2 years, he's only had 900 yards. Okay, so it looks like he could maybe get to mid 80s. MacArthur, again, not many carries. For his skill caps, he's maxed out. So 75. He's a normal dev. Grubb was a speedster. He's an impact. Still room for improvement here. So again, maybe again gets to mid 80s, low to mid 80s. And Hilliman, again, no carries really. Normal dev. A little room for improvement. So he might get to 80. Again, if you're using him, if he's your starter. Verrett, let's see, fullback wise, maxed out at 74. Fullbacks, I'm assuming that's the case for most of the fullbacks in the game. Irving, elite development. Still, power, elusiveness, IQ, quickness can still go. We'll see what he does after this year. Pino, star dev, maxed out at 81. Mentos, the natural team player, no physical abilities. Sharp, I think he was our starter last year. Impact development, maxed out at 80. He's got some physicals and mentals though. Okay. Vallis, he was, I think, star dev. Still room for improvement. Again, I'm guessing if you got him on your team at a small school, 1-star school, you would use him much more. He'd get way more XP and he would be, again, a mid 80s guy. Willett, let's check out. Impact development, route running could get better. I think he started this year. Didn't start last year, so I don't know how that affects him. Payne's a junior, normal dev. He's maxed out at 83. Center, York. Still room for improvement next year. Maybe I should just check out the seniors here. Right guard, we missed what was his name? Sledge. Draper, senior. He's leaving us. Impact dev, 81 overall. Still room for improvement. Right end. ETN was elite dev. Look at this. Look at all this room for improvement. So it looked like he didn't get that many stats for starting. So again, this is just with him not getting that much playing time, I'm assuming. But what does he have? 5 skill caps? That's nuts. Duggins, impact, 84. Look at still room. Wow. Is that just the defensive end? Okay, so or the defensive side of the ball. Brian Gay, yeah. Look at this. Still room for improvement. Wow. D tackle. This is a junior, so I don't know. So yeah, still lots of room. Beltran, let's see. Wow, yeah, power moves. What's his tendency? Speed rusher. Finesse moves, IQ, run stop. Okay. Cantwell's gone. Let's see what he did. He was a normal dev. He still has room to grow. Right, Atagwe's still coming back. Wick is coming back. All of our safeties are coming back? Nope, went. Impact development still at 87 overall. So do they not? That's weird. I wonder if that's just the defense. So much room there for improvement. So much room for activities. Okay, that's it. Let's move on to the next year. Hopefully you guys are getting a gist of how you guys are developing and what you can expect when you bring these guys in. I would say get them a red shirt, but it depends on your needs. Just check one more time if any of our guys got drafted. No. All right, so here we are, 2028, last year with our JUCOs. Quarterbacks are all gone. Halfbacks, we got German, who's at 83 now. I think he was at 81 last year. Grubb is a 75. Verrett 73. Again, when I edit, I'll add in their original overall, so you guys can kind of see that. Irving got to 84. Let's see, last time we checked on him, he still had a bunch of room for improvement. Okay, so here we go. Power can still develop, but everything else maxed out. He maxed out his elusiveness, quickness, and he has a physical wideout. Gomez, deep threat guy, normal dev, pretty much maxed out at 76. Hankins was probably the lowest rated guy we brought in at 64 overall. Normal dev just maxed out at 73. So we ended up 9 total. Tight end, Pena. Normal dev, maxed out. Left guard, I did move Burgess, who was a center. I moved him to left guard, and I think he went up like 4 points. So he's 81. At center, I can't remember what he was, but he was a few behind York, who was 81 at center. Burgess, let's see. Impact development, moved to guard. Still room for improvement. York, normal dev, got to 83. Still room for improvement. So I guess normal dev, that wide receiver, I said maybe stay. Wouldn't target him. Hankins, maybe that was just him. These other guys still have room for improvement, but he's maxed out everything he could as a physical wideout, and maybe a different tendency wideout has more skill caps that would have left. I don't know. Okay, right tackle, Troop. Star development, still lots of room for improvement. I think our DNs are out. D tackle, we have Enakpale. Normal dev, still lots of room for improvement. We have right outside Atagwe. He was 84 last year, I believe. But still room. This is crazy to me how much room they have on their skills still. What is he? He's a run stopper, so maybe pass coverage he ignores. But pass rush, you think? Power, run stopping, still room for his key skills. Cornerback was Wick. He's at 82. I think he was at 82 last year. But still, he's a man guy, right? Man coverage, yeah. Still room for man coverage, zone, power. Still room to improve on a lot of things. He's got some physicals, some mentals. And then free safety, I moved both our guys to strong safety, so they would just fit, they would play there. Lanier, normal dev, pretty close to maxed out. But at 85, what is he? 82 overall. That's still pretty good. Hatchett's at 82. He's in run support, strong safety now. Little room for improvement here. All right, so that's it. That's our final guys in their final year. And my purpose for kind of going through the development, I just want to see what they ended up at. My guess was that they'd end up at mid 80s for the most part, which German showed he got most of the playing time. He's at 83. Grubb hasn't gotten as much. He's at 75. Came in at 68. So that's 7. I already forgot how much room he had for improvement here. But still a little bit of room to grow. But probably only into what, 80 overall, low 80s again. But again, I think if you play with them in your dynasty, you play every game, you're going to develop more than when you simulate. That's my guess, based on how you use them, right? Like if in my dynasties, I like to use a fullback as a blocker. I like to get them the ball a little bit. Ferret may go up more than he has here. Irving has got the most playing time. He's the elite dev guy. He's pretty much maxed out, has the most catches. That 84 might be the limit, 85, something like that. Gomez hasn't got as much playing time. He's 76 overall. But hopefully that gives you a good idea of what to expect when you go after junior college guys in this game. And I said it at the beginning, I think EA could do a better job of putting in junior college guys who can come in with higher ratings. I think mid-80s. I don't think that's out of the question for some junior college guys. Maybe include some D2 FCS guys in that pool with them. But I don't think it's out of the question to get a guy 80 to 85 that can come in and start, rather than being, everybody is 63 to 69 overall, right? We didn't see anybody above that. And maybe I just didn't get those guys, but you think, with a pool of 86, you think I would get one. So I think there's room for EA to kind of improve the junior college pool and make it a little bit more accurate. I love recruiting the junior college guys in NCAA 14. I thought that was a good system. Hopefully they kind of bring that back where their ratings reflect somebody who can come in and play right away. So let me know down in the comments, is this what you expected junior college guys to kind of do in this game? You think the mid-60s rating is accurate for them? I know a lot of you have kind of said, hey, there's room for some guys to be rated higher, and I agree with that. So hopefully you enjoyed all this information. Hopefully it helps you in your dynasties and the programs that you're building. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed diving into it. And I'm so glad there's other people out there that enjoy this part of recruiting. So until the next video, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.